Welcome everybody, my name is Misty slash Chronexia, and today, in my sleep-deprived self, because my babies were up all night, I decided, what's the best thing to do when you're not in shape to work? Let's just make something that's gonna piss off, like, the entire internet, which is something I'm terribly good at. So here, if you're not familiar, if you've been living under a rock like I often am, Tiermaker is a website where people put stuff and you get to rank them. And since I'm kind of a ranking guy, I was like, you know what, this is right up my alley. So I was sorting through the anime team templates that they have already set up, and I figured this could be a very fun one to do. This is the top 100 anime tier list maker, and I haven't done it myself, it's somebody else that made it. They seem to have compiled which would be like arguably some of the most famous anime ever made. I mean, I don't think all of these are the 100 top best ones, but there are definitely some very famous ones in here, and I figured I was gonna break some hearts and upset people by ranking them from masterpiece, what I absolutely considered something that you must see at some point in your life, from a classic that's something that is really well made and should be enjoyed by all, to pretty good, some that are just really entertaining despite maybe not achieving the classic status or the masterpiece one, those that are just aight, the trash ones that some people might like it but I don't, and those that the rare ones that I may have not finished because I seem to be familiar with everything on the list. But in the off chance there's one that I'm not too sure about, we're just gonna sort them out. Hopefully it shouldn't be the case. I'm pretty familiar with everything. So we're gonna start off with Bacano. Bacano is the first one on the list. I think it is a classic. I think it is a really solid one. Mind you, here's the thing. This is gonna be a lot of my personal taste. If you're easily offended by a stranger's opinion on the internet, this video is not for you. But if you like to have my 2 cents about some of these shows, we're gonna have maybe 20 minutes, hour long. I don't know how long, however long it's gonna take me to sort the whole thing. So next one, we have Naruto. Actually, we have both of them, Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. Here's the thing, I think Naruto is... people would argue it's a classic. I think it's pretty good. Shippuden is just aight. It's just aight. And this is where people are leaving. Look, the original Naruto, I mean, up to where there's the fight against Sasuke. Look, it's been 10 years. If you haven't caught up to that point, there's going to be some slight surface level spoilers. But up to the point where you get to the fight against Sasuke, I think it is really solid. But after that, it's filler, and then you get back, and it's just, for me, it was like so watered down compared to like the first half of it. So I don't know. I prefer the original. Yeah, maybe an unpopular opinion, but yeah, it's just mine. Fairy Tail's just aight. It's not for me. I respect it. I understand its appeal. But the whole friendship and just adding new characters on the cast is so not for me. I like my shonen focused rather than just adding new characters that everyone try to struggle to get some airtime, which is the same reason why I like the first half of Naruto. The cast was more tight, and then in Shippuden, there's like too many people. Darker Than Black, absolute classic. Cowboy Bebop, absolute classic. Here's the thing. Familiar of... it's just aight. The thing is, like, if I could split it, I would split it like half trash and half just aight. I'm gonna give it a pass because the ending kinda is nice, but it takes too long to get there. Dragon Ball, mixed opinion. Dragon Ball, the original, as much as people like it, I found it was kind of slow paced, not really for me. Dragon Ball Z, really liked it. After that, GT was not for me, and Super I haven't finished, so I've heard mixed reviews for Super. Since this is the cover for Dragon Ball Z, I'm gonna go ahead and put it as a classic. It's probably it would deserve to be a masterpiece. But look, I don't feel like it aged all that well. I haven't seen Kai. I think Kai probably did a better job. There's a lot of, like I said, like for a lot of shonens, a lot of stuff is watered down because they try to not catch up to the manga as it's airing. It's good enough. It's good enough. This bad boy come all the way at the top, and so does Angel Beat. I want to say, yeah, Angel Beats was really something that stepped up the bar for me. So, oh god, this is gonna piss off a lot of people. I see it coming. I see it coming, and if you're still here after my little banter about Shippuden, you're gonna leave right soon after this. Toradora is, I want to put it a classic. I think as far as romantic comedy drama goes, it's one of the better ones. Planet, is this After Story or is this the first? Oh, they're both here. This is After Story. All right, here's the thing. After Story, absolute classic. But then this one goes right here, right there. Oh my, I cannot stand the first season. Look, I understand they try to make you attached to every single girls, but some are so pointless, like Fuko, the star girl, I forgot if that's her name. She has like an entire arc dedicated to her, and then she's just forgotten. Also, my I'm probably salty about the whole thing because my favorite girl didn't end up winning. Tomoyo and Tomoya were the perfect match for me, so I don't know. Didn't like first season, but I respect After Story a lot. Maid-sama is pretty good. I don't think it qualified for classic. Like, you're gonna tell me this belongs against Cowboy Bebop and like Bocano? Nah, it's just pretty good. Black Butler, not for me. I respect it, but it's not for me. Samurai Champloo is I would put it in between. It's pretty good and a classic, but I'm gonna drop it one rank because historical anime aren't my thing. It is a classic regardless, but it's just pretty good. It's just pretty. Fuck it. No, you know what? You're right. No, I hear you. I understand. I hear you. It's a classic. I'm second guessing myself. Look, I'm going through these at the same time as you guys are seeing it. So, Fate Stay Night. This is the first one, the original. It's not like Unlimited Blade Work or Fate Zero. The first one's just aight. Honestly, it's just aight. Fate Zero, classic, even like possibly a masterpiece, but the original's just High School DxD is pretty good. Mirai Nikki, it's pretty good. It depends if you add the OVAs. If you add the OVAs, it would be a classic, but I'm going on the basis that you don't, so it's just pretty good. This bad boy comes all the way at the top. This is my fella right here. Absolute masterpiece. Honestly, like right at the front. I'm not really ranking them by length because it would take too much time, but Guilty. I'm really upset about the ending. Visually, Guilty Crown is really good. The ending soured the whole thing for me, so yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Here's the thing. Actually, it actually belongs here. I've seen Sword Art Online up to the first season, like the when he leaves the game, and after that, like the fairy thing, and that's where I dropped it. After that, there's Gun Gale. I understand Alicization kind of brought it up, but I haven't got to it, and I don't want to. So yeah, no, I haven't finished this one. Tonari no Sekikun, My Little Monster. No, Tonari no Sekikun's the other one. Tonari no Kaibutsu? I forget what the Japanese. My Little Monster. It's pretty good. Pretty good. As far as Shonen goes, as far as the main one, Bleach is probably the one I dislike the most. Because Bleach has lost a lot of sustenance on its way. Like, it started with such a big bang, and after that, it just lose steam overall. And I got to arcs where I didn't really care about like the antagonists and the characters. Like, a lot of people really like Grimjo. I thought he was just okay. Ulquiorra was more fun, but even then, I mean, it's just like, all right. I don't feel like I remember a lot about Bleach, so that's probably why I don't like it all that much compared to the other ones. Like, this is my range. I'm trying to fill every rank a little bit. So, I really like Batum. If you go by personal taste, I think this is pretty good. I don't consider it it's kind of a guilty pleasure thing. Oh, we have the other one. So yeah, this one, Fate Zero, goes a little higher, and Magi's just aight for me. Psychopath's pretty good. Sakuraso's pretty good. I think it is. Chunibyo is a show that I consider a masterpiece, not for its entertainment value, but for its actual psychological upbringing that it comes with. I don't know, I find it fascinating, and I think there's a lot of hidden meanings that can be grasped behind it if you can surmount all of the cringe. It's not for everyone, I get that. This has earned its right all the way up here. This is absolutely classic. That's pretty good. I really like it. I really like, just like Batum, I really like it. But I don't consider its ground for like classic status. This absolutely is. This is just aight. Hyoka definitely deserve the classic. Gurren Lagann all the way at the top. Madoka Magica also. I really don't have to explain why these two belong here. If you have seen it, you understand. If you haven't, you really have to at some point. No. The only thing I like about Black Bullet is I got confused with this one above it, is the ending theme song, which I think is probably my favorite of all ending theme songs that I've heard, because the song is so catchy. But the rest of it, look, it's not enough to keep it up. So Mahokai Koko no Ratose was pretty good. That was pretty good as well. Tokyo Ghoul's not for me. I really tried, but I don't like it. Gun Gale, I haven't seen it for this. Okay, so there's if I could split Sword Art Online from the first season to like the fairy arc, I would put like the first season here and then the fairy arc here. Sorry. I don't know. As a whole, no, I don't. In a retrospect, I don't remember having such a good time watching Sword Art Online. This is absolutely a classic. This one also, yeah, I think it has heard in a step. Tough one for this one. I think it can go either way. I'm gonna put it classic. Elfenlied, also a classic as far as horror story goes. I think it absolutely deserves to be here. yeah, it's going pretty fast. Danmachi's pretty good. I don't consider it like classic. It's a lot of fun to watch it, but I don't think it brings anything like fascinating to the world of anime. It's just really entertaining. This, however, does. There's a lot of philosophical, psychological aspect to it. Really good. You know what? Yeah, I think it's that good. I think it's that good. This is a classic. Yep, right with the rest of them. This, a lot of people would put it in classic. It is, but at the same time, it's just not so much for me. So pretty good. It's just the best I can give it. Here's the thing. Food Wars is probably one of my favorite anime ever. I think it's like in my top 5. But I don't think it has anything worth of masterpiece level. I think it's just really entertaining. So I'm going to put it just as a classic. Because as far as Shonen goes and tournament arc and like if I'm going to put 7 Deadly Sins and Dragon Ball Z, I think this one... No, not even. No, it doesn't have enough stuff to like. But besides the cooking aspect, that's really neat if you're into cooking. But yeah, pretty good. Parasite. Yeah, I think it's worth of masterpiece level. The story is complete. There's a lot of political, philosophical, even psychological aspect to it that I think they really nail, and the soundtrack, the visual, everything is phenomenal about this show. So yeah, absolutely masterpiece level. Steins, look, I don't want to piss off people that much. Steins Gate is absolutely a masterpiece. One Piece is gonna be the one I'm putting in the masterpiece along with Hunter x Hunter. I think One Piece have the edge over Dragon Ball Z. I know Dragon Ball is like the OG, but I still feel like One Piece surpasses it. Yeah. Maybe not a lot of people agree with that, but yeah. This is Fate Zero, so what? This is Fate Zero? This is also Fate Zero? This is like Season 1, Season 2? Fuck it. Put both of them together. I don't think that's unlimited blade work. Gintama is an absolute masterpiece. It's just aight. It's my phone. Soundtrack of Elfen Lied. Charlotte's it's just aight. That's pretty good. This I'm struggling between like putting it as a classic or a masterpiece. I understand it's not for everyone. I think it's still worth masterpiece status because of how far it has gone, how much it brings, how much culture it has. There's a lot going on in the Monogatari franchise as a whole, which I think would be unfair to put it anywhere else than there. Really love Deadman Wonderland for the same reason I do with Food Wars and Batum, but I don't think it has anything to offer for the classic or masterpiece. Just pretty good. Same reason as Deadman Wonderland or Food Wars. Kill la Kill, absolute classic. Nisekoi is just aight. I mean, the manga's a little bit better. The anime is whatever. That belongs absolutely at the top with One Piece and Hunter x Hunter. With the ending it gave us, it absolutely goes here. And you can fight me or fight other people in the comment section below, because this is how we're gonna do things. I'm not gonna be fighting anyone here. Howl's Moving Castle, probably one of my favorite of Ghibli's movies. Here's the thing. I would put Howl's Moving Castle as a classic and Princess Mononoke as a masterpiece. Full Metal Alchemist, is that no, both of them are here. Brotherhood, that's a masterpiece. The other one is just pretty good to me. I know a lot of people like interchange them or have different opinion. I like Brotherhood more than I do with the filler ending it has in the original. Haruhi Suzumiya. If you're just talking about the first 2 seasons, putting it as a classic. If you include the movie, it would go in the masterpiece. But since I haven't included the movie for Future Diary that I was talking about earlier, the OVA for Future Diary, I'm not including the movie, so it's just a classic. Haikyuu's alright. Haikyuu's pretty good, but I don't think it offers anything that belongs in the classic or masterpiece realm. One Punch Man is a masterpiece. K-On!'s just... it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I respect it. Konosuba is, at the very least, a classic, if not a masterpiece. Soul Eater... Sorry, I'm trying to do them in order, but this one just kind of grabs my attention. Soul Eater is a classic. I really like it. I know this is kind of a divided opinion, but I think Soul Eater, in terms of like art style and visual, even the story, like it has a lot to offer. Erased started really good, and then it just kind of dipped off. Like I would have had it as a classic, and then the ending just kind of dunked it out like One Ring. It just ended up being like pretty good. Noragami, a lot of people like it. I think it's pretty good. High School of the Dead, it's very entertaining, if anything. But I really hate the fact that we never got more, and we're never gonna. So I think it's just I like the manga more. My Hero Academia goes at the top, and I believe there's like a 2nd season and a 3rd one. They can all go all together home here. I've put Code Geass as a classic. I think it goes a little higher. Yeah, that feels more right. I can now like see that people are raging in the comments. How dare you put Code Geass as a classic? It's a masterpiece. Yeah, I hear you, man. Like I'm glancing over everything I've said so far, and I feel like, yeah, maybe it deserves to be a little higher. Re:Zero is a classic, if anything. Spirited Away, a lot of people like it. I respect it for like everything it brings. I think it is a masterpiece, but it's not my favorite Ghibli's movie. That's 5 centimeters per second, right? I think it is. Like, I don't really recall this the cover for it. If it's not, please correct me in the comments below, but I'm gonna go with the assumption it is, and if it is, then it does belong here in the masterpiece. Hanohana, same thing. Mob Psycho, same thing. Konosuba, season 2 is just as good as season 1. Log Horizon's pretty good. And, well, more of Attack on Titan that goes right up. I'm just trying to scroll up. Right up next to the other one. Kyokano kind of does pretty good. I mean, yeah. This goes up top as well. And Overlords. For the same reason as like Tomb, Dead Man Wonderland, I think it is phenomenal. I think it's really good, but I don't think it offers anything that's worth classic or masterpiece status. Death Note absolutely does belong here. That's Noragami Season 2, which, to be frank, I haven't seen. I thought the first season was pretty good, but I haven't got to second season because other things got in my way. Violet Evergarden's a classic at the very least. Silent Voice I would put all the way to masterpiece level. And finally, Tiermaker Kill is just aight. There's a lot of things I like about it, and there's a lot of things I despise about it, so all in all, kind of dump it down. So now I'm just gonna like go back through everything I've put. That sounds about right. Yeah. I mean, Cowboy Bebop. Here's the thing. There's a few arcs in Cowboy Bebop that just I feel holds it back from going to masterpiece. Rest, yeah, that don't make sense to me. Yeah, that's all good. So yeah, Regis, here you go. Final answer. How many subscribers did I lose out of this? A lot, probably, but it was a lot of fun to do. So if you enjoyed this Tiermaker list from these random 100 anime shows, some of them have obviously preferential treatment, but it is how it is. It'd be like that sometimes. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know. I would like to do more. Tiermaker's videos seems to be kind of trending, and a lot of people like him, and it's very fun to just ramble about anime for a while. So it's also kind of low effort to do, so it's all good for me. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time, and I'll see you next time.
The hard times, I've been on the wrong side, I've been ashamed. So many memories, you know I'd like to change.